What's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here, welcoming you back to another episode of my Majora's Mask 3D Let's Play. In the last episode, we finished up everything at the Beneath the Well dungeon and got here to the ancient castle of Ikana. In today's episode, we're gonna go ahead and move forward with completing out the ancient castle of Ikana. So we're gonna explore and see what's going on, and hopefully we can get to the king in today's episode, which I'm sure we will. But again, this is post-commentary if you guys are not aware or new to the channel or whatever. So if you hear cuts or see things that go on while I'm talking still, just be aware of that, I guess. Oh, I love post-commentary. It's so much fun. But you can go get yourself a fairy there on the very right if you need to or want to. So I think I should be good in terms of like all the different items and stuff. But like I said, if you guys have not got a powder keg yet, with the mirror shield, if you need to go to Clocktown now, I would do so, because the block there, you can clear it outside in the very front. I will show this later, but right now we don't have it. But another use for the Gibdo mask. Welcome to the dancing show, and there's 3 masks that will do this: the captain's hat, the Garo's mask, and the Gibdo's mask. So I do just sit here and kind of show you guys real quick that you can use all 3 just to kind of mess around and do that. So they do a little funny dance. It's a funny way to distract them so they won't attack you or do anything. So I think it's really funny. I do not understand why they did that at all. So I guess do with that information what you will. I open up the right door here, but we do need to go to the left. So kind of just ignore what I'm doing here. But these redeads are really good sources of money in terms of that. So you can leave, come back, and just get yourself a full wallet here. This is one way to get you some pretty decent money and fast. So this is probably one of the ways that I would recommend grinding up some money if you want to. There is another way, but I don't know which way is faster. I need to find like a definitive way and then come back to you guys with that, because there's a heart piece that we need to do to deposit, I think like 5,000 rupees for, which we don't do yet. Or I don't know if we've done it yet. I don't think so yet. But anyway, here to the left, we have a really weird room with lava tiles, so don't try to climb those at all. Bunny hood is going to be really useful here. The really cool thing about Ikana Canyon, just like every area had its own little, you know, like the swamp was the Deku, the mountain was Goron, and the ocean was Sora. The canyon is going to put you to the test with all your forms. So kind of keep that in mind. Right now, it's just mainly going to be the Deku in the human form, so don't really worry too much about that. But you'll see once we actually get to the dungeon of this region, so. With the Lens of Truth, you'll see that there's ice blocks everywhere, so kind of keep an eye on that. I don't think... I would be very careful with the bunny hood, because as you saw there, I think I went sliding because of the momentum. But definitely knock out those Skulltulas there, because of the fact that they're invisible too. So I would just be careful. I like to use the Deku flowers in this section more anyway, because they're like the safer bet. And how the 3DS version kind of handles the radius in this game. There's 2 fairies here, so congratulations, there's 3 if you have enough jars for them, or bottles. Don't really worry too much about those bombs. If you only just swing to the left, you'll be all right. Some bubbles here. Oh, this was the... I don't have the method to do it yet, but keep in mind about bubbles later. So that's probably going to deal with the money thing right now. They only drop 3 rupees each right now, but there's a method later that I will show you. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, so with that, we are on the top of the castle here. This place isn't too huge or too long. I can't see it, but I can sense there's a lust for blood. So if you have a mask that will show this, which is going to be the Garo's mask. I haven't showed this off yet, so this is going to be the first time this happens. So if you're while wearing the Garo mask, these interesting characters will come out. Master, you called, huh? So, kind of like a weird little assassin dude kind of comes out. This is a Garo. Just concentrate on blocking and dodging with those sharp swords. So they move very weirdly. Kind of a small, weird area to be in, and they will be encased in flames when you try to fight them. But There's a reason, though. Although you are my rival, you were spectacular. I shall take my final bow by opening my heart and revealing my wisdom. To counter the rage of the Burning Kingdom, burn away that which disrupts the light and shine the sacred rays on the king. Belief or disbelief rests with you. To die without leaving a corpse, that is the way of the Garo. So the Garo are very interesting. These are the kind of like mystery people or assassins or spirits of this area. It's kind of weird. I need to see what like really it is, because I don't really like lore dump too often, but that is wink wink nudge nudge the Drew Gamer, so we'll check out his channel. Thanks, mate. But anyway, almost fell here. That would have been ruined. But if you do that and get the flames away, you can use the Deku flowers here to get this heart piece over here, which is definitely going to grab this while we're here. But keep in mind, if you grab this heart piece, you're going to have to scale back the kingdom or the castle again and kind of go through the doors and everything. So thankfully I cut that out for your viewing pleasure. So these freaking birds, man, let me tell you. So cutting back, we're back up at the castle top anyway. It's just the same path that we already took, so no need to show it all again, you know? You're gonna wanna go ahead and hit this switch over here. Yeah, use the flower, don't try to jump it. Because trust me, I know I've made that mistake in the past one too many times. But yeah, very interesting. As I was saying about the Garo, if you do fight them out anywhere, as you're roaming Ikana Canyon, like even outside of it and stuff, I make a cut here because you do have to go back down to the right now that that path has been open. Or that boulder's been moved, because if we came over here, there would have been no ray of light. But with that button we pushed, this ray of light is now accessible to us. But the Garo, if you fight them, they will give you various hints about certain things, so definitely worth a shot if you have never really, or if you're trying to look for some hints for certain things. But either way, we got more redeads and stuff. This place isn't too hard, it's just a little tedious and getting back and forth and stuff. I like to handle these redeads just to fill up my wallet, to be honest, because we're almost at the 500 cap anyway. Very easy. So they either drop like 15 or 20 rupees, so it's pretty nice. Might as well get it while we're here. And look at that! A familiar face and an old buddy. We got a whiz robe here. Fairly simple. I think if you use... I'm using fire arrows. I should have used ice arrows because he's a fire version of them. But I think I was just doing it for extra damage and stuff. I don't know how it would work. There. Good job past me. Good job. It comes with a little funny animation. I think the animation lasts a little bit longer. I don't know if it does double damage. I have to look that up. I don't think it does. But I know at least like these powered arrows do more damage in general. So, at least compared to regular arrows is what I'm saying. I don't know why I was losing my train of thought there. But fairly simple. It's just another whiz robe. Kind of reused a lot in my opinion. And we got more redeads. The one on the top left there has a very different dance, so it's kind of funny. But anyway, we're just moving forward. I think this is the... yeah, this should be like the final area. Well, at least here to get to it, but... this is what the powder keg is for.
Here, see? It's always missing some things like this. Take a look. The rocks are cracked here.
Tattle won't outright tell you, but if you try to use a bomb, it won't crack. I think it will only make it like ripple or do something that shows that it's not powerful enough to break it, no matter how many you use. But you need the powder keg here. One of the big reasons why I said to get it in the previous episode, so that way you can save yourself a trip to Clocktown and having to rescale all this again. So, oh yeah, this is gonna be in the center of the redead, so have a mask ready. Yeah, so. Cool thing is, now this light is here. If you shine the lights on the redeads, they die instantly. So another quick way to get 500 rupees. I still grab the rupees even though my wallet's full. Just force a habit, I guess. But with that being said, we have some pots here to replenish our supplies, which definitely do. You're gonna need it because this is a very important area. Because it looks like the king's throne room, so.
O insolent one who has brought the unthinkable into the land of dark is Ikana. My servants have fallen namelessly before the light that guides you. However, the darkness in which my servants live is after all fleeting. You shall see with your own eyes just what kind of things true darkness really is.
So we got a very interesting boss fight here. These guys are more like Stalfos, in the way that they fight and stuff, but they're very, I don't think they have a name. I need to pop it up if it's true or not. But what that Garo was meaning was to shed the light, destroy the thing, or burn away the thing that will shed the light, or whatever he said, God, what's that word I'm looking for? It was in... Oh my God, I'm losing my train of thought. He was talking about this. I was trying to be fancy and use a big word. Sunaak use big word, thing don't work. But burn away both, it helps out in terms of the distance and stuff you can use the light for. But you want to knock them out as you did and burn them away with the light. Because if you use it with your shield, he'll just block it and hide from the light. So just like that, he did land into it perfectly, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. With both of them gone, the king himself comes out and fights now. He's gonna be a lot harder. So he's a higher rank, obviously. He's the king, so he's gonna be a little bit harder and has different moves. If you catch them off guard with the light, he will be stunned. He won't die. So just kind of keep an eye on that. You want to try to knock him out as well, just like the other two. So just like that, we should be done. Not too hard. This is like really the only time we fight Stalfos, I believe, which is kind of weird.
You're blocking me. Get out of the way. I can still get him.
Blocking you? The reason he beat us is because you were so feeble. Don't blame this on me.
What? Just try saying that again to my bony face.
Feeble. Feeble, 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 feeble.
Shut up already. Don't look at me that way. I was once the best swordsman in all of Ikana.
The greatest swordsman of all Ikana. You. Feeble.
Draw your weapon.
Huh?
I'm telling you to draw your sword.
How?
These guys are honestly funny. They're so stupid.
Will you stop? What fools? Have you begun to understand? The kingdom being ruined and us left in this state. Isn't it petty, little battles like this that have caused it? Believing in your friends and embracing that belief by forgiving failure. That feeling has vanished from our hearts. It all happened after somebody thrust open the doors of that stone tower. You who bring light into darkness, I am the king of Ikana, Igos do Ikana. The spell binding that had been cast upon us has broken that light which you carry. To return true light to this land, you must seal the doors of Stone Tower, where the winds of darkness blow through. But Stone Tower is an impenetrable stronghold which hundreds of soldiers of my kingdom would not be able to topple it. It is far too reckless for one to take on such a challenge, and so, I grant you a soldier who has no heart, who will not falter into the darkness.
You shall remember this song. Always funny how he jiggled around like that. Very interesting song, I will say the least, you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy what the song does or whatever, but very important. Get used to it. It's going to be heard a lot, and I really mean a lot. So, shout outs to the creepypasta If you guys have not heard about Ben Drowns, highly recommend it if you guys are just interested in like funny little fate tales. But Ben Drowns is a very interesting one. And let me tell you, listening to that stuff, like growing up in high school and stuff, it's kind of growing up in high school. Throughout high school is kind of crazy, So it's a soldier that has no heart, and it's a mirror of yourself.
On my kingdom, shine the light of justice.
So, very interesting, not gonna lie. This song, again, it's gonna be, you're gonna hear it throughout a lot, this section, so kind of keep that in mind. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and cut out of the Ikana Castle, because that's all we can do. And we're gonna be making our way to to the Stone Temple. Or Stone Tower. My bad. Stone Tower. This place is a little weird to climb. Get ready, because it's a climb, but it's not too bad. It's not really the amount of enemies or anything. It's just, you know, just getting through it, having to push these buttons. Thankfully, it's sped up in this version, and it's not that bad. So the point of having the Elegy of Emptiness, is the fact that we're going to be needing to play it a lot. I mess it up a lot. My God. I thought I would have cut this out. What happened to me? Anyway. I'm just wanting to leave this in. My God. Congratulations past me, or just me in general. I don't know why I forget songs so easily in this game. I'm so used to the up, left, right instead of like the Y, X, B, A inputs and stuff. But get used to playing it a lot. Thank God that this version, I forget if the base vanilla version of the 3DS version won't play the song in its entirety, but in the 64 version, I am so sorry for you all. Even though it is my favorite version of the game, which I'm leaning to this 3DS version with the mods being the best version. But anyway, it will replay the entirety, so it does get very annoying. I understand if you're playing the 64 version and how annoying it can be, but thank God it skips the songs. But as you see there, everyone is going to have their own forms, and it's not just like the hat forms and everything. It's actually going to be the person that actually got left behind. So this is Darmani the Third. So it's very interesting. You see the scar that actually killed him, of the battle scar, or the scar that had of where he got killed, I think is what it is. So it's kind of interesting. It gives them like it really makes you feel that these characters are out here helping you and helping you get through this, which is very cool. I love the theme of it. It's very, very awesome to see the actual characters have like the purpose and everything. I think I messed up there. Yeah, because the Deku, unfortunately, the Deku one is very dumb. I will say, these characters will have the weight of them as well. So obviously the Deku being the lightest one, if the button requires like heavy press or something like that. Oh my God, am I really sucking at the song again? Jesus, what happened? As you can see, this is Mikau again with his guitar and everything too. So it's very creepy that it's, you know, it's just the statues of them and everything, but you know, I think it's really cool in terms of like the theme of it, like them helping you and doing all that stuff too. But it's just still weird in the fact that like they don't have a heart and it's just a statue of them. But we're gonna be moving along in here. We shouldn't be taking too much longer. This place isn't that crazy to traverse, but again, it's just a lot of button pressing and playing the song. Hopefully I get it this time. Congratulations to me, it didn't take you that long. That's really the only annoying thing of this place, is just the fact that we have to push so many buttons, get through it. So it does take a little while. It's quite a trek, to be honest. Oh my God, bro. And I think like I was freaking out in this recording session. I had to be. There's no way that I wasn't, because God, man, that is so annoying how that's been happening. To the songs messing up, to me getting smacked up by a boulder repeatedly. Look at that. First try. Look at me. Here we go. These enemies are very annoying. They're BMOS, if I have not seen them already, but I'm trying to think of... fun fact, I don't know if you saw the fire on that finger of the statue or something like that. I don't know if there's something that you can even get to. I always thought it was like a ring of fire. I'm sure it is for like the limitations of the game and for the effect of it. But I always thought it was like something that you could get to, and I was just curious to ever reach it, so... I don't know, I gotta see if there's like a cheat that let me like hover up to it and see what it is, but... Or like free cam it. Cause I don't know about you, I love like exploring games and doing all that stuff whenever it comes to like map designs and just like interesting ways to look at it. Like, just this place in general is just interesting. Okay, so we're here at the night of the first day, but I'm thinking it's more just effects and stuff. It's not really leading towards anything. And with that, I think we should be very close, if not right at the end. These keys are very annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there were a bunch of pots over there, so... and with that, we reached the end here. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the statue here, but with that, while we're doing the ending here, or while we're activating this, I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here. Thank y'all so much for watching. In the next episode, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the next dungeon, being the Stone Tower. But with that being said, I'm very much looking forward to it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you all then.